Leaving your currency exchange until completion could cost you thousands you never budgeted for. When you're buying a ski property abroad, currency can have a much bigger impact on your budget than you might expect. In this video, we look at the common mistakes buyers make, why timing matters, and how you can reduce the risk of currency movements affecting the cost of your purchase. If you're buying a property in a different country and a different currency, this is one part of the process you don't want to leave until the last minute. Let's get into it.
So I'm part of the partnerships team over at Smart Currency. We work really closely with Jake and the team at SnowOnly as well, helping those clients that need currency, who need to transfer funds to help with property purchases. Any kind of property purchase overseas, and you've got money coming in from a different currency, we help you guys with that, managing that process and making sure everything goes as smoothly as possible.
Perfect, amazing, great intro. The team at Smart are really good. They can, even if you're not buying a ski property and you need help with an overseas transaction, we've been working with Smart for many years now, and the guys are really good at what they do over there. So do get in touch if you need any help with your overseas transactions. So, first question: most common currency mistakes you see from overseas property buyers, Phil?
Yeah, I think the most common one is assuming it's just something you need to get done and waiting to the last minute and not really putting any sort of thought into the process. Currency markets move every second of every day, and the majority of the time are incredibly unpredictable. So trying to predict what they do, it's just not going to happen. Most people think, oh, I need to transfer my money over. It needs to be there by the 15th of August, whatever that magic day is. I'll just do it a couple of days before job done, without really understanding the risk that they're exposed to. I'll go into that a bit more detail. So you imagine you buy a property and you have your offer accepted in the middle of March, but you know completion is not going to be till end of July. You've got a time frame there of being committed to a purchase, so you're not getting out of it really without some nasty fines or losing some money. You're committed to a purchase. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. You'll be committed to a purchase, but you don't actually know how much it's going to cost you if you're to leave it to the last minute, because those markets are moving every second of every day, as we said. So that's the real common mistake we see: people just leaving it and just assuming it's something they need to get done.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess planning, right? Again, it's the same from our side as well. You know, we have people that come to us a week before they're going away. They say, "Oh, this is what I'm looking for. I really want to see this property. Like, can we get it sorted? Quick turnaround." And that's just not an efficient way of doing it. It's the same when you're buying a house. It's the same when you're sorting a mortgage out. It's the same when you're looking to do an overseas transaction. So, yeah, timing is everything. And the earlier you can get in touch with us and obviously Smart Currency, then the less stress you will have. What solutions do you have in place, Phil, to, I guess, avoid that currency risk?
Yeah, so as we said, there is that time frame where you are exposed to risk, and the main way of taking that risk off the table is using one of our forward contracts. Really simple way that this works: you can lock in a rate on the day that you have your offer accepted, say, knowing that in 3 months' time, when you need to complete, you'll know exactly how much you're going to have to transfer at that point. Your budgeting is secure. It's as simple as that. You can then start managing everything else that goes along with a property purchase. You know, I mean, the big thing I was saying, reiterating what you were saying, Jake, earlier, when you buy a property in the UK and you live in the UK, you know, you're still going to do your research about how to go through the process and things like that, and doing it as early as possible. Buying a property overseas is no different. You need to make sure you're doing the research, getting the education, and help and speaking to people early. It's really important that get to us nice and early. We'll lay out what's going on, where you are in your process, and talk you through your options. But when it comes to risk, the forward contract is just going to take that off the table for me.
Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of our buyers have locked in forward contracts and, secured their rate, especially, like you said, if you're working with a tight budget, it always helps in that regard as well. So I guess and you might have answered this already, which mistakes tend to create, I guess, the biggest financial stress? Would you say it is timing?
Yeah, it's probably just assuming you'll do the transfer at the last minute without really looking into it. you could get to that end point. You may have looked at what the currency markets were when you have your offer accepted, and let's just say let's throw some numbers in there just for argument's sake. Know that you're going to get your to achieve €250,000. You're going to need, I don't know, £230,000. Let's just say for argument's sake, that's fine. I've got that money, and you sit on your hands. You get to okay, it's time to complete. All of a sudden, whatever's happened in the markets means you now need to find £240,000. Not only are you £10,000 over where you thought you would need to be, it's going to be very last minute. And it's all about time as well. You've not got much time to maybe find that extra 10,000. It may be the top end of your budget, and all of a sudden £10,000 has appeared from nowhere. Where are you going to get that money?
Yeah, and that could be, like you said, the difference between you actually buying the property and pricing yourself out, right? So, super important part of the process is the currency exchange for sure, especially for, most of our buyers are buying from overseas. So most of you that are watching this video will have a international payment requirement at some point in your buying journey. Amazing. So again, anything before we wrap up, Phil? Just a short video here, just to highlight
Yeah,
some of the common
and
mistakes.
I think it's really important. I would reiterate so many times: speak to people and get educated on what you're doing. We come and speak to us. We don't. You're not obligated to transfer with us until you actually agree to trade with us. There's no harm in having conversations with us, understanding your options, taking that information away with you, and being more confident in what you're doing. Don't just think you're by yourself.
Amazing. Love that. Perfect. Well, Phil, thank you very much. Appreciate you jumping on. I hope you have a nice weekend. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Yeah, can't wait. Great to see you again, Jake, and best of luck to all you guys out there looking to buy your properties.
Perfect. Cheers, Phil.
Cheers, bye.